everyone, welcome to Crypto Data. So it looks like everything is playing out as I expected. Yesterday I posted on my Twitter about this ascending triangle here, and it was coming close to the breakdown. And when zoomed out, you can see here that it's very similar to the way that it was forming prior to breaking down on the last run that we had. So it looks like right now that is happening. It broke out of this triangle and it's continued to break down here. If you look at my Twitter here, I posted this a couple days ago. Actually, I posted this yesterday, and I mentioned that when it was at 67.59, how it looks like, it may possibly break down again. So make sure to follow me on Twitter. I'm also doing a Bitcoin giveaway. If you retweet and follow me, then on June 24th, this Sunday, I'm going to give away $100 worth of Bitcoin to a random person who retweets and follows me. So again, always trying to give back and keep everyone up to date on the latest news. So looking at the other coins, everything's pretty much in the red right now. Again, a few coins are in the green. You have Binance Coin, and then a couple of other of the smaller altcoins like Funfair and Centrality are actually up quite a bit. So there is some green in the market, but the overall sentiment is bearish. So if Bitcoin can't hold the 6650 support, then we're looking at possibly around here, 6500, where it did hold last time. And then if we break down from there, then looking at possibly 64 to 6300 as those support levels. But, I do have that $6,000 level as my primary target. We'll see what happens. But again, the RSI right now, it's not really overbought or oversold. So there's still some move to the downside if it continues on this. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. Now, going to some positive news for today. Article came out by Crypto Coin News that says Goldman Sachs CEO says it's arrogant to think cryptocurrency won't be successful. And this is awesome for someone of his stature to say that, because Goldman Sachs, as you know, they're one of the biggest investment banks in the global finance sector, and they're valued at over $87 billion. And recently, they did get into cryptocurrencies. I believe they partnered with Circle, who bought out Polynex and the cryptocurrency exchange. And then they've been working on actually developing their own cryptocurrency trading desk beyond just futures. So again, they're looking towards getting towards ETFs and having, certain safe havens where their clients can invest in cryptocurrencies with the sense that they'll be secure and, it'll be in safe storage, so to speak. So basically what it says here, Lloyd Blankfein, who's the CEO of Goldman Sachs, he said, if you go through that fiat currency where they say this is worth what it's worth because the government says it is, why couldn't you have a consensus currency? And he basically said a $5 gold coin was worth $5 because it had $5 worth of gold in it. Then they issued paper money that's backed by the gold in the treasury. Then one day they issued paper money that does not have the backing of gold. There is no pledge. If you turn it in, it'll give you $5 of gold. That's fiat money. And he says basically it got to the point where everyone was just accepting it because it was what it was. And he was relating how Bitcoin is similar. Once you get people start accepting Bitcoin as that digital currency, then it kind of becomes a widespread adoption and there's no real question about it anymore. So he brought up some good points. And again, their trading desk is working on making a cryptocurrency trading desk. So I see there's a lot of potential here for cryptocurrencies in the future. And, having one of the biggest backings by the biggest investment banks is saying a lot. So that's not something to be ignored. And I believe Goldman Sachs will definitely be a big player in cryptocurrencies as we move towards the end of the year. Now, another big player I want to talk about is the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. So the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis is one of the largest banks, and they basically have a lot of economic data. So it's called FRED, which is the Federal Reserve Economic Data. And they basically compile a lot of important data, whether it's housing data, anything to do with economics. And it says the database FRED will now include the prices of Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin from as early as 2014 to the present. The prices will be updated daily with the data obtained from US-based cryptocurrency exchange and wallet Coinbase. And it says, in mid-May, the president of St. Louis Fed said in an interview that he didn't rule out Bitcoin as a potential future threat to the dollar. So again, they're not ignoring cryptocurrencies. They're finally adding it to the FRED database, and that shows you there is legitimacy with cryptocurrencies, and people are aware of them. So they are being recognized, and I think, again, this is another positive because it shows, the vision for cryptocurrencies in the future and how they there's a high chance that they will be implemented soon. And last but not least is an article about the Grammy winner Akon. So if y'all don't know Akon, he's a popular singer, and it says here that he's to launch cryptocurrency Acoin, build crypto city in Senegal. So basically he does a lot of charity work and everything for the people of Africa. He actually, one of his big projects was providing lighting to Africa and develop solar powered solutions for African villages and make sure they have access to an affordable and clean source of electricity. Well, basically for his idea here, it says, Akon said he plans to develop a city that is completely based on the cryptocurrency, which he says will be called Acoin. So I thought that was pretty funny. It kind of ties in with his name. He says the 2,000 acres granted to Akon by the Senegal's president will be called Akon Crypto City. The city will be the first of which cryptocurrency will be the basis of transactions. And he said basically, you know, he hopes that this will be a way for the citizens to basically be outside of, you know, that government control of, you know, the government's currency and basically have their own currency so they won't have to worry about their security of their own money. So, and then this was funny. He said, when asked technical questions about the blockchain technology, Akon deferred them to, quote unquote, the geeks, saying that he comes to the table with the concepts. So, you know, while he has the concepts, you know, he doesn't know exactly how blockchain works. So hopefully he has a good team behind them so they can get this running. And again, a lot of third world countries, I mean, cryptos are the way to the future, the way for freedom, because, you know, there's a lot of corruption in currency, you know, third world countries, their currencies, and it's not stable. So for cryptocurrency, that's a way for them to, you know, have security in their money and just be able to use that and feel safe. So I thought this was a great idea. And again, it just brings cryptos into the forefront so that, you know, people see it as a positive thing, not just this underground, you know, mysterious currency. So again, there's a lot of positives going on. So don't get choked up by what's going on right now. Bitcoin's going to do what it's going to do. I know it's not fun. I'm not having fun either. But again, try to see the positive in it and just, you know, if you're thinking what to do, it's not financial advice, just my opinion, but I recommend just holding it out. You know, just waiting until we do have that move to the upside, because it will happen eventually, but we may go down a little more to 6,000 or even 5,000. So keep that in mind. Don't get discouraged. You know, get outside, spend time with the family, work out, pick up new hobbies, read, you know, just find some place to take your attention off of cryptocurrencies for once. So with that, if y'all had any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like the video, please give it a like. I really appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't. Till next time, thanks for watching.